Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, brother, they just about have total control of the system. They have their judges and prosecutors that are as criminal and serving evil as they are at the very top. They have their law enforcement people in position that are absolute criminals, and many of them killers. And so we're going into this Antichrist world government system of the super rich and the super poor. And so, and they're rushing it because they're scared to death that we may, with God's blessing, get Ron Paul in as president.
By the way, they've also are making, like 10 big announcements more this week admitting they're getting rid of the Internet.
Yes, that's right. The Internet's really hurting them bad.
Folks, you better appreciate this while you got it. You better spread the word about this show, these websites, what we do. I mean, this is amazing what's happening. I hope people treasure this.
Yes, get all of those wonderful videos of Alex Jones, folks. Get a bunch of them and get them out, because I'm doing that with my family as we speak. And they're fantastic for waking people up, because it's all based on fact and evidence. And I'm using it with our police and soldiers because it is evidential and factual and based on reality. And so, but folks, do it now, because we may not have this ability in the near future to get this kind of information out. If they're successful with this next false flag bombing of 3 cities that they hope to pull off.
And that's the intel you're getting?
That's the intel we're getting, that if they're successful, and we're asking all of our listeners to pray that God will just shut them down and destroy them with double destruction like Daniel asked him to do and David asked him to do in the Bible, and he did it. Pray these imprecatory prayers that God just shut them down and destroy them with double destruction.
But here's the reason God...
If they even try to plan these false flag operations in America to put us under martial law. And God is in his heaven on his throne, Alex, and I think if enough of us do that God will grant us the blessing to go on and on and on with
I agree,
and
let me just stop you. People make fun of us for this, but George Washington literally did that, and it's not our histories, even the Hessian histories of him at Trenton with hundreds of guys shooting at him and the bullets just flying through his hat everywhere, going right through his coat.
Very true.
But the problem is, everything the New World Order does touch goes to crap, but at the same time, maybe we deserve all this with 50 million abortions. Well, maybe we don't deserve it to be held back.
That's true, brother. The reason this is happening, of course, I read my Bible almost every night, and all throughout the history of the Bible, God's law and God's word, every time his people threw him out, like we've done in America, we've thrown God out of this nation or set back and let it happen, that God has brought his enemies upon his own people to destroy them and enslave them, and that's exactly what's happening now. So we better impress God right away, so that he'll put his hand of protection back on America and grant us victory over his enemies. And he will do that if we will just turn back to 2 Chronicles 7:14.
My people,
get back on our knees and ask forgiveness.
Well, I agree with you, but I think people like Luke, when they're threatening to frame him with bombs and send him to prison, I think that does impress God, because I know the spirit of these young people. They're doing this for the right reason, and they're not even afraid of death, Jack. And I'm not either, but I'm a little bit older than them, and I don't want to die. I want to keep fighting the enemy, but if I have to, I'm ready to die. They just don't even care. And
That's right. Alex, let me share something with you. Very, very exciting. You may already know this, but my assistant Carol just went to Montana to meet with Ron Paul. And all across the nation, at the universities, believe it or not, they have these students for Ron Paul coming together, and they had 1,000+ students there at the Montana University for Ron Paul, and it's really exciting to see these young people who have Most of them have Marxist college professors that try to turn them into New World Order citizens, but they're rebelling, and they're trying to work to help get Ron Paul in as president. They see him as the only solution to getting our leadership back in this nation. And so it's very exciting to see our police officers and soldiers waking up, as we hear from them here, and our students are beginning to wake up.
Absolutely. And Jack, I've got to leave it.
They're getting in college.
I've got to leave it right there. Yeah. But you're right. People say even if he doesn't win the presidency, this has been a gateway to wake up tens of millions of young people, and it's another great victory. Jack, fire out the website.
Okay, yes. Well, it's Police and Military Against the New World Order.com, and you put a hyphen between each word, Police and Military Against the New World Order.com, or try this. Now, the feds took down my website about a month ago after they railroaded my webmaster into prison for, Chris Jones that snuck into Bohemian Grove and took pictures, and they've now railroaded.
Is it okay to talk about that? I thought he didn't want that on air.
Yeah, it's okay to talk about
Well, then I may do that at a later date. I need to talk to him before he goes to prison. Yeah, they did set him up for going in.
He's in jail right now, and today is his sentencing, so I would ask the people to pray for Chris Jones that the judge will just let him out. A lot of us have written letters to the judge.
Yeah, folks, for those that don't know, his name wasn't Kyle. It was Chris Jones, and they arrested him and said, boy, we're setting you up because you went in there. And people joke about me doing this stuff or say it was staged. This is real. You don't know about most of the casualties because people don't want you to know. We don't like you to know that the enemy does hit us and hit us hard. But I'm going to have you back on soon, Jack. We will talk to you very, very soon. And you're on weeknights here, Central. Tell folks what time.
Yes, it's Pacific time, 5 to 6 p.m. each night, 5 nights a week. On Genesis Communication Network.
All right, Jack. Well, I want to get you back up soon. God bless you.
Okay, God bless you for all you do for all America, and my 9 grandchildren, too. Alex, I love you dearly, brother.
Love you, too, Jack. Take care.